What?
Hey, so what I'm looking for is I'm trying to obviously build out my shop. I need to find a couple more of those key tools for measuring.
Okay, so
I got my square and my little ruler. That's about it.
okay, so in this video, what we're going to cover is what I think are 5 key components for measuring, not layout. We'll do a video on layout.
Okay.
We'll do a video on angle layout and stuff like that. But for measuring, and what I rely on are first a good, really good, and we showed how to calibrate tapes. But I always, and you'll see almost everything on here is in metric and imperial. Okay, we rely on this scale here. This is a fast cap metric, standard, or imperial tape. What's always in my pocket on the side of my trousers is a folding rule, and this is what I reach for almost every time. I'll just flip this around so you can see it. This is an aluminum rule. I get these up in Canada. It's a Haltefors. It's just, I can trust, what do we call these, Chris? Our feeler gauge. Okay. When I'm measuring this, you'll see I like how this lays down here. I'm going to try to swing this around so we can get it. But I'm always right here with my finger. I'm just going to bring it in a little, and I can feel that edge. Absolutely perfect, and mark where I want it. Okay. I know that's exact edge right there because I can feel that, and I can mark it. Okay. The other thing I always have, sometimes just all around the shop, are steel rules.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I've gotten these over the years. You'll see how almost every one of these, I bought a set. I think I got these at Lee Valley. And you'll see that this is also on a metric and imperial scale. Okay, so as if you're here in the States and you're watching this, a lot of people still use imperial. That's cool. A lot of you have asked us about, including imperial measurements. I think our top video so far on SedgeTool is metric versus imperial, so it's a heated discussion. Yep. Thanks for watching that, by the way. So you'll notice that I've always had metric imperial, and I think it's good because you probably grew up, Big D, using imperial.
Oh yeah. It's just a good extra frame of reference. I know that 6 inches is 150 because I can look and see them both, or thereabouts.
Thereabouts, right. Okay, so that's how you kind of get there. Good. It's amazing how he remembers.
Slight retention.
Okay, so one of the tools I've grown accustomed to also using, it's by Woodpeckers, it's right here. It's a saddle square. Okay, there's a T-square. But what I like about this is, yes, this is a great layout tool because I can go like this and say I'm laying out my line here, right? I can leave it there, and now I have, this is the difference between a T and a shoulder. See how I can bring in the line perfect like that?
Oh, nice.
So I can reference the line from this face to this face effortlessly. But this is about measuring, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it is a layout tool as well, but also measuring, because I can measure pieces here. Say I'm laying something out at 60 millimeter or 50 millimeter. There's a hole right here. I use 9 millimeter leads, but it'll take 5 millimeter and 7 millimeter. But I do my layout right here, and I bring it to 50, and you can see how easy that layout is. To me, this is indispensable.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, all of these. Now, the reason I wanted to do this video today is pretty simple. There is a tool that I have in my trough on my big bench that I reach for all the time. Okay, this one, okay, they're Vernier Calipers, but this one lays in my bench because it's a digital. And you'll see this in a minute. When I'm using a Vernier Caliber, this is something that you can get. A lot of companies brand these. Okay, this isn't by Zeiss, but some guy I knew from Zeiss gave this to me. But when you're using this, I use it a lot for thicknessing, okay, on my planer. And you'll see how I can read this, and you'll see where the 0 is right here. So this is basically, with my eyes, 18 millimeter. Right? See where the 0 is? And you see those lines? 18 millimeter. But I can read the 0 up here. It also has an imperial scale.
Awesome.
Okay, but always remember it's the 0, not the edge of your caliper.
Okay.
Now the other thing too is I could take that, see these two little tines on here? I could take that and I can measure the bore of this. Now I know what the bore is of that MFT. What is it?
20 millimeter.
Hello? 20 millimeter. Right on, okay? It's not 3/4. But here's the beauty. This is the one that lays on in my trough. Because one, it's really bold and I can read it a mile away. Okay, and I think in a few videos, I always take it, I bring it all the way in, and I can zero it out. And then I could take it like this. I have no guesswork to find out with that zero. That's 17.18. Okay,
wow.
Once again, I could take it in here and take it like this and get the depth of that. Okay, but nice thing about this, okay, and I do want to show this, I'm just going to bring it out here, is say it's 8.84 millimeter. I can hit it, see where it says metric to inch? That is, see that that's the decimal in inch, but that's also your fraction, 45 128. So it's a great conversion for folks.
Oh wow.
So I'll do this, sometimes I'll go, okay, so something's asking for 3/8, and I know that's 9 millimeters in my head, but I go like this, sometimes I'll go, okay, something's 33/64. Okay, what's that in metric? And I could take that, and it's 13 millimeter or 13.01.
Wow.
See that?
That's priceless.
It is. It really is. Now, the other one that I want to show you with this is, look at this groove right here. See how that's on the MFT? What's the depth of that? What a lot of people don't know on calipers like this, you see that little piece that's coming out?
Oh, cool.
I can use this also as a depth gauge. Any guesses the depth of that groove?
I'm gonna say 3 millimeters.
2. 2 millimeters.
2 millimeters.
Okay, so it's 2 millimeters in fraction. And look how easy this is, everybody. It's 5/64. So I just wanted to go over my top 5 recommendations for you. I'll go through them again. A great metric imperial tape. Your standard folding rule. Okay, steel rules, they're indispensable. Okay, a good saddle square, but also with imperial and metric, and also just get the woodpeckers one, it's awesome. And then also a digital Vernier caliper. So there you go. And as we always wrap up these videos,
Be positive.
stay sharp.